What's up, y'all? A couple things before I start this video. For one, my microphone wasn't turned on for the intro, so like for the first minute, you're gonna hear my raw camera audio, and it sounds great. Personally, I think I should use it as my new microphone. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. But second of all, I have not listened to every album that has come out this year. So if there's something on either my best or worst list you think should have been there, uh, you can be mad and cry about it in the comments, but it's honestly just a waste of energy. And you should just like go watch a movie or something. All right, see you. Listen, y'all, we're so fucking back. Apparently, no reason. I mean, I have a microphone now, so my phone just fell on my foot, bro. I know it's been a little bit again, but I got really burnt out of making basically the same video over and over again. So, hey, bro, shit happens. But we're back, and I'm finally talking about music again on this fucking channel for the first time in like 4 years. Bro, I'm not even fucking recording. I'm not even fucking recording on my phone. I'm keeping all that. I don't give a shit. So today, we're going to be doing my top 10 best and worst albums of 2025. 2025 was a really good year for music if you are like me and listen to multiple genres and people less than 100,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. I'm going to be going back and forth. We're going to be going back and forth between my worst and my best every number or so. Every number. Fucking script your video. Script them. Dude, I might as well just put this shit in a fucking ponytail, bro. Every day it's like, oh, my hair, oh, my hair, oh, my hair. I'm having a mental breakdown on camera right now, sorry. Before we get into either one of those lists, though, I do have some honorable mentions for the best. These are good albums. These are albums I really like that almost made it onto my best list at number 10, but eventually one had to beat the other, so these are the other 5. In alphabetical order by artist. Dead Channel Sky by Clipping, Baby by Dijon, The Hurtless by Hardo Fallione and Evil Gianni, I'll Be Waving As You Drive Away by Hayden Pettigo, and Tranquilizer by Oneohtrix Point Never. All great albums. Love those albums. Just didn't quite make it on the list. At number 10 in my worst albums list, the least worst album, it's going to be Permanent Ink by Boldy James. Boldy James released like 30 million albums this year. I tried to listen to as much of them as I can. I do like Boldy James as a rapper. And if he released that many albums in a year, statistically, they're not all going to be great. So we have Permanent Ink here, which was, I believe, his second album this year. I like Boldy James as a rapper. I just don't think he really works well on like trap-esque production most of the time. There's some songs where I do like it, but the way he raps in 2025, I just feel don't really mesh well with this production, especially for how... Forgive me for being mean, but this is my worst albums list. It's my opinion. How cheap the production sounds on this album. Number 10 on my best list is Caroline 2 by Caroline. Caroline is one of my favorite bands to come out this decade, to be honest. Their self-titled debut is really just like a mastery in like ambient post-rock. I don't know genres. I just listen to the shit. But they came out with a new album this year that is so different than their first one. And I do like that. I liked it. So it's number 10. It's number 10 for a reason. There's some very, very interesting choices being made on this album. Either to deliberately have things not in rhythm with each other, or just straight up just belting in auto-tune sometimes. There's some very strange choices on here that kind of had to grow on me after a while. But right now I fully love this album. Total Euphoria is one of the best tracks to come out this year. There's a specific part on the song where it makes me want to like tear up every time. But I don't, because I'm a man. I'm a man. Barely. Fucking barely, brother. All I got is a penis. I'm sorry. Number 9 on my worst list is Murder During Drug Traffic by Boldy James and Rich Gaines. Listen, bro. This was the first album he came out with last year. This was in January. This is genuinely one of the first albums I listened to last year. And holy shit, the mixing on this album sucks. Usually I'm not like a stickler for like mixing and whatever, but sometimes there really just comes to a point where if the production fucking sucks and the mixing on it is not helping it at all, it gets really bad. Plus, I think pretty much all of the features on here fucking suck shit. To be frank. Number 9 on my best list is Funk by DJ Blakes. Where do we start with this shit? I have been a avid fan of the commonly known subgenre of dance music as Brazilian funk, which is some of the most interesting but minimal music I think I've ever heard in my life. I'm not saying minimal in a negative way. It's extremely interesting how complicated and fucking loud as shit, loud ass music there is with such little layers of production, I'm assuming, are happening. This is a Brazilian funk album that primarily samples songs from music by Playboi Carti, and it is some of the wildest shit I've heard all year. This thing gets distorted. It gets so fucking loud, like ear-piercingly loud, especially the last track. But I really can't help but love it. I love loud ass music. It like bass boosted shit most of the time. Sometimes it's not done very well, but I do love just getting rammed in my ears. That's what my brain spat out. Ugh. Number 8 on my worst list is Starline by Chance the Rapper. Everybody, was like, shit, The Big Day, that shit's fucking sucked. Let's hope the next one's better. And then he took 6 years to make a slightly better album. It's just one of those albums where I don't really have anything specific about it that I don't like. It's just like a lot of songs in a row that are either just really boring to me or are straight up bad. That fucking song with Lil Wayne is fucking terrible, bro. Dude sounding like the fucking SpongeBob yelling meme on the chorus. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Number 8 on my best list, I have Rest in Bass by Che. Listen, if this album was maybe cut down maybe about 5 or 6 tracks, this would be like straight up maybe in my top 3. This is some of the most fun I've had listening to an album this year. This shit is fucking manic. Che's vocals and the production is so in your face and just blown out that I can't help but love it. I mean, I love bass. This shit fucking knocks in the car. Sometimes to just clear bad shit out of my head, I just turn on music like this at like really loud. So like my fucking, like the bass doesn't even sound like bass anymore. It sounds like my fucking car is about to explode. And it just rattles this shit out of my head that I don't want in there. And I did that a lot with this album this year, mainly with this album this year. At number 7 on the worst list, we have The Carter 6 by Lil Wayne. It's got to be in here somewhere, man. I mean, I don't even know what to say about this album that hasn't been said already. I feel really bad for all the old heads that really, really wanted this to be good, because I knew it wasn't. There's a couple like decent songs here, but most of it is just fucking awful, bro. Honestly, I think the worst thing on here is the fucking Ave Maria sample with the song with Wyclef Jean. Like, what are we doing? They just straight up bullshitting in the studio and put it on the album because they don't have anything else. It's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, obviously, Peanuts to an Elephant is maybe the funniest fucking beat all year. Island Holiday is hilarious, but it's terrible. I guess this is higher up on the worst list because I have more fun listening to this than the others. So I get some level of enjoyment out of it, but really not much that was intended.
Number 7 on my best list is Fancy That by Pink Panthers.
This shit just makes me feel sexy, bro. This makes me want to fucking shake my ass. The fucking first 4 tracks on this album is one of the greatest tracklist runs I've heard in a while, especially all year, but it's especially some of the best pop music I've heard this decade. I really appreciate Pink Panther as just really committing to her influences. Like, every song feels so like 2000s coded, and not just for the sake of nostalgia either. It really helps the sound of the music. Yeah, fucking Girl Like Me and Tonight, that shit makes me want to fucking bust a move, bro. And not a safe for work one either, brother.
Number 6 on my worst list, pains me to put it on the worst list in general, but so far down. UI Scooty by Young Thug. This album sucks, man. I love Young Thug so much.
Just the rollout for this album was fucking disastrous. It got delayed like indefinitely, it seemed like, and then a bunch of the fucking jail call shit happened, and then that turned into like a major focal point in the rollout and kind of on the album, and I kind of just don't fucking care. I just wanted good music, and we didn't even get the good music, bro. Like, the most entertaining thing on the album is the intro, and I don't know how to feel about that.
I mean, Money on Money is a banger, but that's really all I got out of this album, bro. It was either really boring or kind of ass. Oh, man. It sucks. It really fucking sucks. Young Thug has, like, some of my favorite fucking, like, trap songs ever.
He was my GOAT, bro. He was my GOAT. And now it's Future. Future my GOAT. Future.
Number 6 on my best list is Rebel by SD Kid. This shit's just addicting, man. I don't care if you think it's like overhyped because he's popular now and like blew up. It's not his fault. Music fucking slaps, brother. Not to be that guy, but I did listen. I did start listening to SD Kid and Rico Ace before the fucking singles for this mixtape came out. But I say that to say that I'm so glad to like see this thing blow up the way it did. I think it really deserves it. I don't think it's really doing anything like super new or special, but he has a formula down that really just fucking works and just socks you in the face. I need that Rico Ace mixtape, bro. I really do. He has some of my favorite moments on the album. On Cali Man, when the beat drops out and he like fucking comes in, bro. I lose my shit. I lose my fucking shit. Number 5 on my worst list is Some Sexy Songs for You by Drake and Party Next Door. This has the crime of being way too fucking long while being way too fucking boring. Sorry, my dogs just sneezed. This shit sucks, man. It really does. I didn't make any videos covering the Kendrick and Drake beef. Obviously, this was a coincidence. But man, I was rooting for Kendrick the whole time. I did at some point have a soft spot for Drake, and I was like excusing a lot of his laziness, especially with For All the Dogs. But this one, I really just can't. Excuse. It's really boring. Party Next Door, I feel like, adds next to nothing on this album, even on his solo songs that I don't even remember. The only thing that is really notable on this album to me is Nokia, and even then it does the Drake thing where there's a completely unnecessary beat switch that kind of ruins the fucking song. That first part is so much better and fun than the second half. Like, why? Yeah, it's really boring. Really fucking boring, man. Number 5 on my best list is Museum Music by Edward Skeletrix. Edward Skeletrix is is the most interesting person in the underground rap or trap scene right now. He has such an enigma to him that is so hard to find out what is genuine and what's not. No one is doing shit like this guy. Like, not even just in music, just in like life. Like, instead of like putting on shows, he's like doing performance art in an art gallery. It's nuts, bro. This album gets a range of emotions out of me. Like having fun, kind of being sad, like life's so funny, it's gotta be a joke. It has been like my mantra for like all year. This came out January 1st, 2025, and that line has stuck in my head ever since then. At some points, this album actually gets like scary and intimidating. This album really just captivates me every time I listen to it. It's so fucking weird. Genuinely experimental at points. Like I said, I really don't think anyone else is doing shit like Edward Skeletrix. Number 4 on my worst list, The Life of a Showgirl by Taylor Swift. I don't think the Swifties are going to find this one. I don't give a shit. This album is just straight up annoying. You know? There's a lot of songs on here where you read into the lyrics and you're just like, why? Why are we talking about this right now? I mean, especially Canceled, the supposed Charlie XCX diss, that fucking weird song where she like talks about like sucking Travis Kelce's dick or something. I don't know. Like, pop off, you know, but can you at least like make better music while doing that? I'm not like a stickler like women talking about sex. Gross. That's fucking disgusting. I want to hear my favorite rapper talk about his like penis coming in someone's mouth. That's what's awesome. But that song just makes me uncomfortable, bro. Something about like the poetry of it, it just like really doesn't sound sexy at all, or romantic or appealing. We're fucking releasing stomp clap pop songs in 2025. What are we doing? Get the fuck out of here, bro. Number 4 on my best list is The Sword and the Soaring by Navy Blue. Navy Blue is really like in my top 3 rappers right now. His music really captures me and affects me emotionally in ways no one else really does. In a lot of senses, his music feels like a therapy session. It feels like a warm hug sometimes. Sometimes you just need someone to tell you that everything will be okay, and that's a lot of his music. The production alone on this album makes me want to like tear up multiple times. Like Orchards, Sharing Life especially. That song is fucking beautiful. I'm not as much of a religious person as Navy Blue. I'm not really a very religious person at all. But Navy Blue is one of the only people that makes me want to give it a try. So that's how good this album is. Number 3 on my worst list is Jack Off Boys with Jack Off 2 Boys. I think I listened to this album with maybe the most, I guess, poetic circumstances. The night this album came out, I was at a Tyler, the Creator concert. I was at the Chromacopia tour. And I had such a great time just experiencing all of the artistic creativity all of the talent on display. And then I come back to my apartment. I sit down at my desk, get ready to listen to Jack Boys 2 with my friends. And it is some of the most bland, boring trap music I've heard all year. It's just a very a creative whiplash, as I would describe it. This album sucks. It's not memorable at all, other than being bad and Glorilla doing the wiggly wiggly woo. It feels like there's no chemistry at all between the Jack Boys members. It feels like they're all just putting out verses on songs they didn't even make together. At least with Jack Boys 1, it feels like they were all in the studio together. Even on songs they weren't in, it felt like there was this inherent chemistry. And I love Jack Boys 1. That's honestly one of like my favorite projects Travis has been a part of. But this one, oh man, something went wrong here. It's just lazy. It's just lazy. That's all it is. It's just lazy, and people saw through it very quickly. It's about all I got. They put Kodak Black as like the last verse on the album, which I think encapsulates the whole thing. Number 3 on my best list is "Fuck You, Skrillex. You think you're Andy Warhol, but you're not." Heart by Skrillex. I really missed the whole dubstep craze, like back in like the early 2010s. I wasn't really on the internet like that, and I wasn't really listening to music like that other than what was on the radio. So I really missed that whole thing. I never really had like an opinion on it. And then I want to say around the time Carousel by Violet Pony came out, I was starting to get into it. All that to say, this album made me feel nostalgic for a time that I wasn't even a part of. What I really love about this album that most other dubstep, I guess, and EDM albums, I guess, don't really do, is that there's not really a lot of time spent on the build-ups. I think the build-ups are kind of the worst part about dubstep albums. I mean, it's essential to make the drop as hard as it does, but sometimes even if the drop is good, it still feels a bit disappointing. This album, I mean, basically feels just like a DJ set where it's just constant, just rapid fire, like crazy shit happening. And that's what I like. I mean, not even just with the dubstep shit, the fucking DJ Smokey tags all throughout the fucking project is really fun. Anytime I just wanted to just like, not really like chill out, but just like have fun, but not really like go super crazy, I would just put this album on. It's a really easy listen. Number 2 on my worst list is Flare by Detaje. I'm going to get a little mean here. This album, to me, just seems like theft at certain points. It is, I mean, directly inspired by Tyler, the Creator, and it is some of the most annoying shit. This album feels like it's trying so hard to like have like grandiose moments and just convincing you that it's something it's not. It's a fucking Tyler, the Creator ripoff with a little bit of Baby Keem in the inflection. There's some lyric on here that's like, if I ever hear that fucking Tyler comparison again, I'm gonna fucking freak out. And it's like, how about you make music that doesn't exactly sound like him? Everything about that, brother? Plus, the dude just fucking sucks at rapping, to be honest. Like, I really just don't like listening to this album. It's extremely annoying. It's like, I can't really describe this album like to do it justice, I guess. Like, you're just gonna have to like listen to this album and be like, oh yeah, it sounds like Tyler, the Creator. And then the whole time it's trying to convince you that it's not. But it is, very obviously. It's like the fucking Trump administration with the Epstein files, bro. That's a crazy comparison. Number 2 on my best list, I really wanted to put number 1. I really, really did. But I had to I had to swallow, I don't know, something.
And just put it number 2. It's A Futuristic Summer by Metro Boomin. Again, as someone who missed the whole futuristic swag late 2000s, early 2010s era, and then I caught up, I want to say about a couple of years ago, to that specific sound, and it is one of my favorite subgenres of anything ever. It is so fun to me. There's like a novelty in the fact that it's dated, but there's also just a sense that the people making it are just like having fun, making shit just for themselves. There's a bit of amateurishness in the subgenre that I think really helps the energy of it. And Futuristic Summer is like 24 tracks of the thing that I love. So it is the most fun first listen I think I have maybe ever had. I fucking love this thing so much. Obviously not every song on here is like really gonna like hit like that, but I would say about 90% of them do, and they hit so hard that I choose to ignore the songs I don't like as much. Butterflies right now is my favorite song of the year. Same thing with Pink Pantheress. That album, that song makes me want to like shake my ass in more ways than one. It's a very either you get it or you don't album, and I fucking get it, brother. Let me tell you, this is my most listened to album of the year, and it's not even just because like a specific track. I would listen to this whole thing front to back multiple times. Oh man, I just love the shit out of this thing. Number 1 on my worst list. I really didn't want to put this on here. I feel bad for putting it at the bottom. I really tried to analyze everything I heard, so I didn't have to put this at the bottom, but it is the one that I like the least. And it is Thespian by Tabby. I'm sorry, man. I do appreciate what this album's going for, what this album's saying. I get it, for sure. I just really do not like the sound of it at all. I don't think Tabby's voice helps with that. If you've been around for a while, you know how much Tabby has influenced this channel. I mean, Peach Fuzz, not even musically, has changed my life forever. So I have to give respect to that. But man, I really did not like this album. It's just the way it sounds, man. I hate this style of music, even if it's not Tabby doing it. This specific type of pop rock that's so like, I don't know what to say other than childish. It really just does not work for me. Which I guess shouldn't be surprising given everything I put on my favorites list. But yeah, this was the worst one. I'm sorry, man. I'm still here though. I'm still here for the next one. But this one really just did not do it for me. And I'm glad that I'm glad it's finding its audience. But it's really not for me. Sorry. I gotta do this quick because my camera's about to die. Number 1 on my best list is the Billy Woods album. I still don't know if I'm allowed to say it. It's amazing. It scares the shit out of me sometimes. The production is amazing. Billy Woods is maybe my favorite rapper right now. The way he writes his lyrics and delivers his lyrics is very cool. And I haven't heard anyone really do it other than Elucid. That's why they're in a duo together. It's awesome. Yeah, I love this album. It's a 10 out of 10. Cold Sweats is awesome. Makia Doris is underrated as fuck. That song is fucking crazy. So yeah, that's my list. Oh, my camera died. So yeah, those are my lists. I really appreciate if you watched this far. I have a lot of movie videos in the works. Once Oscar season rolls around, I'm gonna be pumping shit out, man. I can't wait. Best and worst movies list should be coming out within a couple weeks. Yeah. I will see you guys later. Bye bye.